Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Arifani Septi Ningsih, name 200530006. I will explain the material about active and passive voice in order to fulfill the mid-semester exam for Business English course. Active voice. Active voice is a normal sentence in which the subject acts on the verb. The focus of the active voice is the subject who does a job or action on the object. Active voice formula pattern. Subject plus main verb plus object. Example, Joanna sweeps the page. Joanna as subject, sweeps as verb, and the page as object. Next, passive voice. Passive voice is a sentence where the subject does not take action, but receives action. Verbs usually end in ad, an, d, t, n, or ni. And in passive voice, always using verb 3. Next, the picture is an example of active voice to passive voice. In active voice, Melody writes the article. Melody as subject, writes as verb, and the article as object. But in passive voice, Melody changes to object and the article changes to subject. Before the object, add the word by. This is a table that shows the formula for active voice and passive voice. I will explain further with examples. 1. Simple present tense. The formula active voice, subject plus verb 1 plus object. And formula passive voice, subject plus to be is are plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Conditions, to be am for I, for subject I, and to be are for subject you, we, they. To be is for subject she, he, it. Example, active voice. I buy a book. I as subject, buy as verb 3, a book as object. And in passive voice, it changes to the book is bought by me. The book as subject plus to be is because the book can be called it. Plus verb 3 of buy is bought plus by plus me as object. 2. Present continuous tense. Active voice in continuous tense always use verb ing. Formula, subject plus to be is are plus verb ing plus object. And formula of passive voice is subject plus to be is are plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, active voice. I am buying a book. I as subject plus to be plus verb ing buying plus a book as object. And in passive voice, it changes to a book is being bought by me. A book as subject plus to be is because a book is single plus being plus verb 3 of by is bought plus by plus me as object. 3. Present perfect tense. The formula of active voice, subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus object. And the formula of passive voice is subject plus have or has plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, active voice. My little sister have forgotten her homework. My little sister as subject plus have plus verb 3 forgotten plus her homework as object. In passive voice, it changes to homework have been forgotten by my little sister. Homework as subject plus have plus been plus verb 3 forgotten plus by plus my little sister as object. For present perfect continuous, the formula of active voice, subject plus has or have plus been plus verb ing plus object. And the formula of passive voice is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, Shak has been studying English for 2 years. Shak as subject plus has plus been plus verb ing studying plus English as object for 2 years as description. And in passive voice, it changes to English has been studied by Shak for 2 years. English as subject plus has plus been plus verb 3 of study is studied plus by plus Shak as object and for 2 years as the description. Then do not change positions. 5. Simple past tense. Simple past tense in active voice, always using verb to. Formula, subject plus verb to plus object. And formula of passive voice, subject plus was or were plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, I bought this shoes yesterday. I, a subject, bought verb 2 plus these shoes as object. Yesterday is description. And in passive voice, it changed to this shoes was bought by me yesterday. This shoes as subject plus was plus verb 3 bought plus by plus me as object and yesterday as description. Conditions. Was is used for single subject, I, she, he, it, and where is used for plural subject, you, we, they. 6. Past continuous tense. The formula of active voice is subject plus was or were plus verb ing plus object, and plural voice and passive voice, subject plus was or were plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, active voice. We were painting the wall this morning. We as subject plus to be were because the subject is we. We is plural. Plus verb ing, painting, plus the wall as object, and this morning is description. In passive voice, it changed to the wall was being painted by us this morning. The wall is subject plus to be was because the wall is single. Plus being, this verb 3 paint is painted plus by plus us as object. And this morning is description. 7. Past perfect tense. The formula of active voice is subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object. And passive voice, subject plus had plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, Rebecca had opened the door. Rebecca as subject plus had plus opened as verb 3 plus the door as object. And in passive voice, it changed to the door had been opened by Rebecca. The door is subject plus had plus been plus opened as verb 3 plus by and plus Rebecca as object. 8. Past perfect continuous tense. The formula of active voice, subject plus had plus been plus verb ing plus object. And the formula of passive voice, subject plus had plus been plus being plus verb 3 plus by and plus object. Example, Panji had been studying art for a long time. Panji as subject plus had plus been plus studying as verb ing plus art as object. For a long time is description. In passive voice, it changed to art had been being studied by Panji for a long time. Art as subject plus had plus been plus being plus studied plus by plus Panji as object for a long time is description. Simple future tense. Simple future tense always using the word will. And the formula of active voice, subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object. And passive voice, subject plus will plus be plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, I will wash the dishes. I as subject plus will plus wash as verb 1 plus the dishes as object. In passive voice, it changes to the dishes will be washed by me. The dishes as subject plus will plus be plus wash, verb 3 of wash plus by and plus me as object. Future continuous tense. Active voice. The formula subject plus will plus be plus verb ing plus object. And the formula of passive voice, subject plus will plus be plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, they will be setting me free tomorrow. They as subject plus will plus be plus setting as verb ing plus me as object. And free tomorrow is a description. In passive voice, it changes to I will be being set by them to be free tomorrow. I as subject plus will plus be plus being plus set as verb 3 of setting plus by plus them as object and to be free tomorrow as description. Future perfect tense. The formula of active voice is subject plus will or shall plus have plus verb 3 plus object. And the formula of passive voice is subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, Ananda will have written a letter. Ananda as subject plus will plus have plus written as verb 3 plus a letter as object. In passive voice, it changes to a letter will have been written by Ananda. A letter as subject plus will plus have plus been and plus written as verb 3 plus by plus Ananda as object. 12. Future perfect continuous tense. The formula of active voice, subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb ing plus object. The formula of passive voice, subject plus will plus have plus been plus being plus verb 3 plus by and plus object. Example, she will have been watching TV. She as subject plus will plus have plus been plus watching as verb ing plus TV as object. And in passive voice, it changes to the TV will have been being watched by her. The TV as subject plus will plus have plus been plus being plus watch as verb 3 plus by and plus her as object. Simple past future. The formula of active voice, subject plus salt or wool plus verb 1 plus object. The formula passive voice, subject plus salt or wool plus be plus verb 3 plus by plus object. Example, Ali would write a letter. Ali as subject plus would plus write as verb 1 plus a letter as object. In passive voice, it changes to a letter will be written by Ali. A letter as subject plus will plus be plus written as verb 3 plus by and plus Ali as object. Next, 14. Modal auxiliary, which includes modal auxiliary can, called, might, will, would, shall, should, and must. The formula of active voice in modal auxiliary, subject plus modal plus verb 1 plus object, and passive voice, subject plus modal plus be plus verb 3 plus object. Example, in active voice, you must obey the class rules. You as subject plus modal must plus obey as verb 1 plus the class rules as object. In passive voice, it changes to the class rules must be obeyed. The class rules as subject plus modal must plus be and plus verb 3 obey. Okay, that's a little discussion of material about active and passive voice from me. Sorry if there are mistakes and thank you for your attention. That's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.